Anything is possible. It started with a dream. Our passion made a difference and built a family.
Good morning everybody. How are we today? I'm Libby Dyson from libbystamps.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia, and I'm so pleased you could spend time with me today. I've been getting ready to go to on stage in Auckland next week, and we've got some new storage units coming out. I've ordered mine, but they haven't arrived yet. So they went live on the 1st of April, which was Monday. Today we're actually going to make a stair step card today, a centre step card, and we're using the Climbing Roses cling mount bundle, and we'll get started. I've actually drawn on my cardstock so you can see what I'm doing. This is the bundle we're using, Climbing Roses cling mount stamp set. I'm not really a rose person, but I liked the stamp set, and yeah, so I bought it with the bundle, which is the thinlits as well. So you get the rose trellis thinlit dies with it. And these are some of the cards I've made so far. So that one hasn't gone up on my blog yet, but I've used some of the leaves from the dies in vellum on this one. And then this one I wasn't sure about. Does it need something extra, do you think, girls? Didn't turn out like the idea in my head. You know, you ever get that when you think of an idea and you think, oh yeah, I'll do that, and it doesn't quite work, does it? So it's not one of my favourite cards, but it's done. This is from Butterfly Gala, and I stamped it in vellum, on vellum, and then just coloured in the back of the vellum. Anyway, let me know if you think it needs something else on that card. Then I've got this one, which is going up tomorrow for the Latte Girls blog hop. Lots of silver going on here, embossing. And I've done the envelope flap. And then this one went up today, and it looks grey or brown on the on my blog post, but that's actually vellum. And this is vellum too, with the stained glass technique. You know how you colour on the back? So that was that with some splattering, and we might do some splattering today too. So anyway, so this is the stamp set. It's a cling mount stamp set, and yeah, I'm bad. I don't put my stickers on. It's just a habit I've got into over the years. I actually put my sticker sheet in behind like that, and that's where it stays, and I just leave my stamps on there. Now these are the rose trellis dies, and some of them have got some cards stuck to them because I've just, so you get these ones, 1 2 3 4 5 6, that's right, isn't it? 2 4 6, yeah, 6 on that side, and then on this side I put the trellis that hasn't got the grey in it. So that's what you get in the thinlit dies. And so I've gone ahead and pre-cut some of these. This is just a quarter of a sheet of shimmery white, and I can use some of that at a later date. And I've done the roses in shimmery white as well. And then I've used the Pinewood Planks Dynamic Textured Impressions Embossing Folder to do those. Now, we'll start with that, and we're going to use a sponge. All right, so I'm going to take the Smoky Slate and I'm just going to ink up my sponge and just do a quick wipe over. And it doesn't matter if some bits look, I want it to look sort of like a bit of a wall. And I want the ridges on it to stand out a little bit more, and we'll cut it directly. Alright, so that's that piece done. And I'm just going to grab, alright, these little dots don't always come out when you die cut the sentiment, so just go through with your paper piercing tool. I don't use my die brush very often. I should use it, but I haven't, so alright, so and I'm just going to pop some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of that, and we'll get started in a minute on the card. Alright, so that's that piece done and that piece done, and then I have die cut the trellis, and this is a bit painful, this doesn't all come out. I should do this on another sheet. I'll do it on this. Alright, so we've got the trellis, and I'm taking it off over the piece of shimmery white in case any other bits drop out. You do have to take it off with a little bit of care, because you don't want to rip it. Right, so there are all my rose trellis dies that you can see now. It's good they give us these two leaves. I like this one, it's sort of a bit wavy, a bit different, and the trellis goes on the back. They don't come with those magnets. I put all my thinlets and framelets on magnets that I buy. We've always had German Shepherds, and we got a puppy once, and I was principal of a small school, and I used to take her out to school with me, and she'd sit on my feet. All right, so this piece of card is 14 centimetres wide by 28 centimetres long. Now, I've put some pencil marks on here, so you mark halfway, and then I've put, I've extended that line by 2.5 centimetres. So this line in total, it starts 2.5 centimetres from the bottom, and it's 14 centimetres in length. Now, this measurement here is 3 centimetres wide. All right, so 14 by 28, and then you come in 3 centimetres, measure up 14 centimetres, and this measurement here is 2.5 centimetres. I think I've got that right. So I drew it on the card so you could see what I was doing. All right, now I'm going to put this in my trimmer at 2.5 centimetres, and no, I'm not. I'm going to put it in at 3 centimetres. Oh dear. I haven't had a coffee yet. Somebody needs to make me coffee. All right, so I'm going to start about there, and I'm going to trim up to there. All right, it doesn't look straight, but anyway, maybe my pencil line wasn't straight. Then I'm going to come back here to 3 centimeters. Move my trimmer blade up. And I'm going to trim down. Alright, so now just bear with me for a second. We're going to, I just need to make sure that I've cut as far as I need to. I think this one needs to come up just a tiny bit. There we are. Alright, now for this to be my centre step cut, I shouldn't have creased the middle, but we're going to fold on these. So they're going to be mountain folds. Should have scored that. Alright. So I'm just going to score these with my bone folder on my work surface. I should have scored them using my trimmer, but I didn't. So we'll just do it this way. And the same on this side. So this measurement is 3 centimeters across from each side. And then I move down 2.5 centimeters and I score again. Now, if you can bear with me for 2 ticks, I'll just erase these lines that I had as my template, just so you could see what I was doing really. So I hope you were able to write those measurements down. It will be up on my blog tomorrow. I'm in a blog hop, Simple Stamping Techniques. I'm on the Simple Stamping Techniques design team. So I'm in a blog hop tomorrow and we're doing step cards. So this is a simple one to do. There's all sorts of different ones, side steps, you name it. Alright, so we'll go back to bending these, that's better. So, bone folder. Make sure they're straight along the edge when you do it. Nothing worse than having crooked card. Alright, so now you can see our step card is starting to take shape. So this one down here needs to be a mountain, I think, and then the other one's valley. So we'll just crease those accordingly. Whoops. Yeah. And then this one's mountain and a valley. Straighten it up. And crease those. Alright. So when your card, no, these are supposed to be mountains, the other way around. There we go. That makes better sense. So it's valley. All right, so your top one here is mountain, the next one is a valley, and the last one is a mountain. That's better. So when you've got it closed, it'll close like that. Now this won't fit in a normal envelope. You'll have to make an envelope for it or give it to the person. All right, so that's that bit. Now this should be 14 centimeters across. All right, no, it's 8 centimeters, sorry, 8 centimeters by 11. All right, so I'm going to make this piece of wood plank. Let's put the wood plank on the sides. So I'll make that 3 by 9. So I'll make it 2 and 2.8 centimeters by 8.5. That's one. What did I say? 2.8. By 8.5, was it? All right, and we're also going to do something else to that too, but we'll do this first. All right, so I'm going to glue those on there, on the sides. All right. One side. Sorry about the top of my head if it's in the way. And there's the other side. Alright, I should have probably made them a bit longer, but anyway. Okay, now with my little acrylic block, okay, see you later, Alison. Alright, so with my acrylic block, I'm just going to put some ink on it. You all know this trick, don't you? Because these pads don't squeeze together as easily as the old style. So put your ink on an acrylic block. Grab an aqua painter. Make sure it's clean. Alright, I've got some water in that. Doesn't look very clean, does it? That looks better. Alright, just going to... Remember doing toothbrush art at school? Similar thing. Just tap it against your finger. Alright, clean off your brush. Clean off your block. Now, I wanted to show you, I'm lazy. Alright, so this is how I set up my stamping when I did it. I just took 1/4 of a sheet of shimmery white cardstock, stamped these 2 bits together and then stamp that on, and you can get it all out of the 1/4 sheet. That's just a quick trick. Alright, so we're going to pop our lattice on there like that. So if I hadn't been running so late, I would have put this on adhesive back sheeting, but you know, the sticky sheets that we have, what are they called? Multi-purpose adhesive sheets or something. Really good for this sort of thing. And then I've got a card coming up on my blog shortly that I've used the Happy Birthday die for, and I die cut it 4 times, 3 times in white and once in gold, and I used the multi-purpose adhesive sheets for that, and I tell you, it was so easy. I always hate doing fiddly things like this, and as I said, if I'd thought about it, I would have used that sheeting. Now we're not going to stick this straight on. I've just decided we're going to do it at an angle. Alright, so what do you think so far of our stair step card? So I'm just going to stick that like that. Another trick I have is use your block to hold it down. Alright, now I've stamped the flowers in basic grey, and I'm going to use Stampin' Blends. I might use, what's this? How about we go Island Heather and Soft Sea Foam. Does that sound like a plan? Out of the Stampin' Blends. Hi Cindy, how are you? How's your back? Alright, so I'm going to start with the light soft sea foam, and I'm just going to come in and colour some of these leaves. And you don't have to use, this is on shimmery white paper, you don't have to use much pressure. Alright, then I'll come in and do the dark. I like to use the fine tip because I feel it just gives me a little bit more control. Don't know if that makes sense. People next door to us are moving. Bob and I thought yesterday they were going to kill each other. Oh, you should have heard it. Doors slamming. The language was delightful. I tell you, it's a very stressful time moving house. And if you're not careful, you can lose perspective quite easily. So I write in my blog posts about colouring with Stampin' Blends that I find if I go over small amounts with the lightest colour first. So I don't do all the leaves, I just do some of them. And it's the same with the flowers. So just colour a few in, because they're alcohol markers. It dries very quickly, and you don't want it to dry out before you get back to do some blending. So then I go in with the dark colour and I add the shadows. So I do them before, and then I go back. Oh, missed this one. Then I go back with the light colour again and blend it all in. So you still get that light and dark when it dries, but it looks blended. These are so easy to use, can I tell you. I'll just go in and do this one a bit more. Alright. I'll move up to these ones here. Try and be as quick as I can. I know you're not watching this to watch me colour in. So, anyone else doing some crafting today? Went to a scrapbook camp a couple of weeks ago, and then I went away to Sussex Inlet. I think I told you that last week, and I've lost one of my ink pads. I don't know where it's gone, and so I've had to order a new one. I hope it comes before I go to New Zealand next week, because I need it for my swaps. Nearly finished the leaves, and then we'll do the flowers. The flowers will be a bit faster because there's not as many of them. Alright, so that's soft sea foam that I'm using as the Stampin' Blends. And you can see as the colour dries, it does blend, but you still get that shadow effect, the darker effect of the markers. Alright. Okay. So then we're going to come in with Highland Heather. Try not to colour right up to the lines, because it'll end up bleeding outside the lines, and you don't really want that. So there's another tip for you when you're colouring with your Stampin' Blends. Patty Bennett's done some beautiful videos of colouring with Stampin' Blends. She's really talented. So if you get an opportunity, try and have a look at her videos using Stampin' Blends. She does a beautiful job. She's got a real eye for design. She used to be an architect in a previous lifetime, and she's been a Stampin' Up demonstrator forever. She's one of the $1 million sales achievers. Lovely, lovely person. Very sharing and giving. Has some great ideas. So check out her blog, Patty Bennett. And she's got a YouTube channel as well. And she does Facebook Lives too. So, lots to see there. See how that blends in, it doesn't stick out quite so much. Alright, try the big one. And look for leaves that are turned over and colour one part dark and the other part, or petals I should say, leaves as well. I usually colour the turned over part dark. I got that tip from Patty. Oh, sun's out. Maybe my washing will dry. Hope you get some more rain in Broken Hill soon, Leslie. I know you could all do with it, especially the farmers. Alright. Sorry about squeaky mouth sounds. And yeah, I have used basic grey with this. I haven't used Memento because that's the ink pad I've lost. And look, the basic grey seems to work fine. I haven't had a problem with it. So, Stampin' Up recommend Shimmery White or Thick Whisper White card to use, and Memento Tuxedo Black for Stampin' Blends. But, you know, I've broken the rules. I've used basic grey and it seems to have turned out quite well. Just putting marks where the image has marks, and then this leaf here, petal is sort of turned over. Come back in and colour it with the light colour. So we're using Highland Heather on Shimmery White. Right, last flower. Oh, thank goodness, they say. Right. Sometimes I just go over them again just to blend it in a little bit better. Alright, so that's our colouring done, and I'll get some Stampin' Dimensionals out. Put them on the back of this. See, it's gone through, but it hasn't gone through to my work surface, so just light pressure when you're colouring. Don't be too heavy-handed with it. Here's the block. And we're going to pop this on here, like that. And then the sentiment, maybe I should move that up a bit. Might put the sentiment on first. Nothing like changing your mind midstream. So I'm just going to pop sentiment down here. There we go. And then the roses can go like that. And there's our card, our centre step card. So, which means you probably can't see it. If it's standing up like that, but that's how it goes. So we've used the Climbing Roses and the Rose Trellis Thinlet dies, Basic Grey for stamping, Smoky Slate was for sponging the background. We used the Pinewood Planks Dynamic Textured Impressions Embossing Folder. So we've used quite a number of products today. And Stampin' Blends in Highland Heather and Soft Sea Foam combos. So that's what we've done today, and I hope you enjoyed that Centre Step card. So that's it for today. I won't be with you next week because I'll be in hopefully sunny Auckland in New Zealand for Stampin' Up on stage. And so I'll see you in a couple of weeks. But the notifications will go up on my Facebook page, so you'll be able to see when I go live if you've liked my page. And if you like my page, you'll get the notifications. Don't forget to share this video. I know some people have already shared, and I really appreciate you getting my name out there. The products for today's card can all be bought in my online store. Go to libbystamps.com and click on the shop button and you can go shopping. I have 12-piece tutorial bundle free for every order, plus you get a thank you card and a small thank you in the mail as well. All right, so that's it for today. I'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye for now.
Everybody plays a part in doing what we love.